Greetings, Pokemon fans, and welcome back to Playthough's Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're doing a picture video for an optimized playthrough of Pokemon Crystal using Noctowl. Noctowl is known as the Owl Pokemon. Before I dive into the Pokemon and all the ins and outs and what we're going to do in this playthrough, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and comment down below. All those things help out the channel, they help it grow, and they help out the algorithm, get it out to more people. Without further ado, here's Noctowl. The one on the left is its normal. It's a pretty basic Pokemon. It's an owl. And the one on the right is it's shiny. Not too much of a variance, but at least it's not pink. A lot of the shinies in Gen 2 are pink. This one's not, so I kind of like it. It's okay. It's not great. It's not the greatest shiny ever, but definitely not the worst. Diving into the playthrough we did before, we're going to see how we're going to do in this one. In the original playthrough, we beat the Elite Four, I should say, in 2 hours and 6 minutes and 21 seconds. We are going to absolutely obliterate that time. This is one of the first videos I did in the channel very early. Didn't quite know how to play through this Pokemon. Didn't quite know all the ins and outs and how to play through, period. But we are going to beat this. We're going to beat this by an hour. I guarantee you we'll beat this by an hour. We'll beat this, and we'll beat the Elite Four in under an hour and 6 minutes. I will guarantee anything I own that is what's going to be that's the standard for this playthrough at least. At the very least, we're going to beat it in that fast. That's the first part. Second part is when we beat Red. 2 hours and 39 minutes, 56 seconds. We are going to beat this by easily an hour as well. I think we'll beat this in about an hour and 35 minutes. Somewhere between an hour and 35 and an hour and 40 minutes. This Pokemon is actually not bad at all. And when we throw in our breeding move, this Pokemon's going to be OP from the beginning. And we're just going to be able to smash this game. But let's go ahead and dive into what this Pokemon actually, the ins and outs of this actual Pokemon. So it is a normal flying type, which is weird because it seems like it should be like a normal dark or flying dark or flying psychic. But they already did Xatu in this generation as a flying psychic. So they probably didn't want to do 2 Pokemon like that. But the stats of this Pokemon really skew towards being a flying psychic. It evolves from Hoot Hoot at level 20. And like I said, it's known as the Owl Pokemon. As we scroll down, normal flying. And we're in the medium fast level up rate, which is pretty good. So let's move on to the actual stats of this Pokemon. HP is 100. That's a decent stat. Attack is 50. It's meh. Defense is 50. That's meh. Special attack is 76. Special defense is 96. And speed is 70 for a grand total of 442. So when you look at special attack and special defense, this looks like a psychic Pokemon. It really does. We're not psychic. We're only normal flying. So all of our moves that are stab go off our attack stat, which is like 50 is not horrible, but it's not great either. And 78 is not great either as a special attack, but it'd be great if our moves that were stab actually coincided with our best attacking stat. As we scroll down, we're going to look at our weaknesses. We have 3 main weaknesses. It's rock, electric, and ice. We are immune to ground and ghost because we are flying in normal. And we resist bug and grass moves. So that's pretty good. Now let's look at the moveset for this Pokemon. This Pokemon starts off with Tackle, Growl, Foresight, and Peck. Both Tackle and Growl are 35 base power. With Stab, they're both 53 base power. Tackle is 95% accurate. Peck is 100%. Growl and Foresight aren't really useful. At level 16, we get Hypnosis. Now, the Hypnosis will help us pretty handily with a handful of problems we may come across in this playthrough. Hypnosis kind of sucks, though. It's 60% accurate. Not the most reliable move, is the best way I'll put it. Reflect, we're not going to use Takedown. Confusion, we could use, but I don't think we're going to use it in this playthrough. There's a reason for that. Dream Eater, we will add, and that we'll probably get that after the Elite Four. But that move is amazing. 100 base power, 100% accurate. It actually, if Pokemon's asleep and use this, it actually will work. Well, you can only use it if Pokemon's asleep. Let me rephrase that. But it will replenish our health. So that's not a bad level up move set. But again, our two of our best moves are near the end of the game, and both of them are special, and it's not stab. That doesn't make sense to me, but I digress. We're going to move right on to the TM move set. So we don't use Curse. It's outlawed. We don't use Toxic. Hidden Power. We're going to go Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice will make it so a couple gym leaders are obsolete and one elite member's obsolete, and there's some battles in between that where Hidden Power Ice will come in handy. That's the one we use with this Pokemon. I'm pretty sure we did that in the original playthrough, so we're going to utilize that in this one as well. Sunny Day, not going to use Snore, Hyper Beam, Protect, Endure, Frustration. Return will be very powerful. We're definitely using that. It's a 102 whenever you get Friendship maxed out, but when you add Stab, that's 153 base power, and then you add Pink Bow, and so on and so forth. This move just gets very OP for normal type Pokemon. It's amazing. 100% accurate. Mud Slap will have a little bit of a use. 20 base power, 100% accurate. It lowers the opposition's accuracy, so that's what it's useful for. Not very powerful, but it'll be useful against a couple things like Magnemites, for example. It will be very useful against them. Double Team, Swagger, Sleep Talk. Not going to use Swift. Will have a short shelf life, but 60 base power, 90 with Stab. and it doesn't miss, and it goes off our special or our physical attack stats, so it's not as powerful as it could be. I already talked about Dream Eater, Detect, Rest could be used. I don't think we're gonna use it, but could use it. Attract, Thief, Steel Wing, Nightmare, Fly, and Flash. None of those moves would be used at all. Moving down a little bit further, you've seen our TM, you've seen our HM moveset. Not very broad, but enough to get the game beaten. So now we can look at our breeding moveset. So there's a couple options here. We could go with Feint Attack. Feint Attack is not a horrible option. The reason why it's not a horrible option is it goes off our special attack stat, and there are some things Feint Attack will be very useful against. Moving down the Mirror move. Not going to use that. Sky Attack is not reliable enough that I would consider using that as like a breeding move. Supersonic, not going to use. Whirlwind, we're going to go with Wing Attack. Wing Attack is 60 base power. It's almost twice what Peck is. And this will be very useful very early. Again, it does go off our physical attack stats, so not as powerful. However, it will still be very useful with Stab, and we'll carry this for most of the game. And it'll make a handful of things pretty obsolete. Flying type, fighting type, things like that. So as we move a little further down, we could have gone with a Prior Evolution move in Nightshade. I foregoed that. I don't think it's going to be that useful. So let's go back to the main slide with this Pokemon, and we'll talk a little bit more about what we think is going to happen. I've already kind of said what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to beat this Pokemon, beat the game with this Pokemon, I should say. The Elite Four is going to be beaten in less than about an hour and 5 minutes. If we take more than an hour and 5 minutes, I'll be severely disappointed in myself and my ability to play through this Pokemon. We'll beat Red in about an hour and 35 minutes. If it takes more than an hour and 40 minutes, I'm going to be very disappointed. We should save an hour off both these times. This Pokemon is decently good. Not great, but decently good. And finding that a lot of Pokemon, if there's certain type of Pokemon, they're ending up around an hour and a half, and some can end a little bit faster than that. But for the most part, I think we got this Pokemon down pat. I think about what we need to do with this Pokemon. We just got to do the playthrough. So that's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think it's going to take, more than the time I predicted? Take less? What strategy do you recommend? All those things I'll take into consideration before I do the playthrough. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is JD. This is Polygore's Wrath. Let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday, where Wednesday we have a playthrough of Machamp in Pokemon Blue. So it's very exciting. It's a very fast playthrough. I was very surprised by the time. I think you will be too. But let me know what you think. Have a good one. I'll see you Wednesday, and then we'll do the optimized playthrough on Friday. Have a good one, and see you.